Welcome to 108 Gate. Hope you are well. And this is an energy reading for when you come to this video. And so here we go. There've been quite a few back and forth, up and down, inside, outside, topsy-turvy energies. So as we are untangling ourselves from things, as we are disconnecting from things, as we are opening ourselves up, unfurling ourselves to receive a higher quality, a higher perspective, a higher quality of self, it's becoming more and more evident that we have a lot to let go of. But the thing is, like I said in the reading before this one, the point at which we can let go and the way we can let go is literally like that. It doesn't have to be arduous kind of thing. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be tugging and pulling at it. It literally can be as simple as, that was the past, I let go. Now, on some level, it's going to feel like, well, why weren't we able to do this before? Why weren't we able to just let go like that before? There was a certain level of, well, one, I think the astrological alignments really are influencing what's happening, but I feel like for a lot of people, this may resonate for more than others, and see where it does, if it does, and if it doesn't, then fine. But there's a certain level of safety that had to be put in place to be able to be in this comfortable position of letting things go. So really focusing on the gratitude now of this precision and this ease of letting things go that no longer serve us, because in the past we have that contrast of how it was really difficult to get through things. It was really difficult to jump over those hoops and jump through those hoops, and over those hurdles. But now the clarity that's coming in and the ease at which it's happening, it's like the configuration, the astrological configurations really are here to support what once felt like a really difficult situation to let go of. It felt like a difficult process to go through, but now it's going to be with the set your intention and it's kind of done. This here, I know for sure 100% it's not good for me. It doesn't work for me. I'm letting it go, and so it's done. So the clarity is bringing in a sense of confidence to let things go. Is bringing in a sense of connection with where you want to be heading, even if you don't fully know where you are heading. That faith and trust has improved, the faith and trust has strengthened. So it's the dynamic of your relationship with yourself, is the dynamic of your relationship with the external world that is shifting and changing more than anything, which is also then providing this support to let things go with a lot more ease. So I saw, oh, there you go, we've got the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords coming out. So literally, these are going to be, weirdly enough, they're going to be quite prominent. Certain things are going to be provoking certain thoughts. They're going to be provoking certain behaviours. They're going to provoke certain responses. They're going to provoke a lot of dreams, possibly. But the thing is, it's a matter of now you literally have that key, that potion, that magic in your hand, in your thought patterns, to be able to say, that was a part of the past. I don't want it to be part of my future. It's not going to be a part of my present or future. Therefore, I let it go. Poof, it's gone. Really amazing energy right now. There's a lot of power in this. So as this is happening, as you are allowing yourself to let go of things which you thought, or you may have actually had to work really hard to get to this point, you may have had to work really hard to not let these negative influences of the past come in and ruin things or sabotage things. It's about now making that decision, and that decisive decision of no more. So this is where the calling in is coming. This is where the message is coming in now. If you are stuck in a rose-coloured glasses kind of perspective of things, you're going to not benefit from this energy. And like I spoke about the split a few readings ago, this split is going to be quite sharp and quite sharp left kind of thing. going to get left behind, going to get stuck in a different cycle. And this does feel like it's back onto lifetimes of cycles kind of thing. You either get in on the cycle of being more of your higher self, or the cycle of not. So depending on where you are, you have an opportunity to start stacking up opportunities. You start filling up, replacing. It's happened in another reading too. It's like something's okay, well, now I get it. It doesn't matter. Something's trying to stop me from speaking. Something's trying to choke. There may be as deep as ancestral energies. There may be family lineage stuff. There may be past life stuff coming up. So it's really being careful and compassionate with self. It's about not judging. It's about not getting stuck in the why is this happening, what is that. It's simply, this is coming up, assess it. Do I feel good about it or not? If I don't, let it go. If I do, then let it in, and let's start nurturing it. Only letting the good stuff in. Like I said a few readings ago, your responses need to be even faster and faster and faster, because if you spend too much time in the pondering space at this stage, you're going to be attaching yourself to something you need to be letting go of. So the trick really now is all that work we were talking about and if you haven't watched the past readings, you can go into the daily reading playlist and just look at the titles and see which one grabs you, because excuse me, they're not of a specific time. They're literally when you come to it. So it's basically, you can utilize those readings whenever you want, however you want, because we all need to hear a different message at a different time. So it may be relevant, or it may be something that's relevant before is bringing a different message in now. It may be resonating differently. So with this ease that we are allowed to let go of things, with this ease that we can let go of things, it would be beneficial to let go of the things we don't need to hold on. This is not the time to be holding on to resentment. It's not the time to be holding on to anger. Not the time to be holding on to any animosity or fears or anything like that. It's literally about flying freely. It's about you being in the space of gratitude and really feeling, what does gratitude feel like? And gratitude feels like, I don't need to carry that burden of being bullied around with me anymore. I don't need to carry the burden of an ex-marriage or whatever it is. I don't need to carry the burden of other people who were making me feel guilty or bad about this or that. I don't need to carry the burden or the regret of leaving a high-end job or whatever it was that you're feeling like you're still carrying the burden of. Let it go. The pain, the wounds, let it go. Simple as awareness. Wake up, roll the clouds away and look. It literally is as simple as that. And then on this side, we're having adaptation. Don't get stuck in the nostalgia of things, because that's going to distort things. It's a matter of like, okay, seeing, right, I've built this up, I have these resources, how do I utilise them now to move myself up to the next space? How do I utilise these to move myself into the next situation? Self-acceptance, accepting yourself for who you are in this moment and how you are. If you're not completely satisfied with your body or your profession or your economic status or your social status, it's about just saying to yourself, allowing yourself to accept yourself for who you are and where you're at. It doesn't matter where you want to be going to, who you want to be going towards, or what you want to be aiming for, because right now, if you can't accept yourself, you're not going to be able to get to that next hurdle. You're not going to be able to get to that next stage. So it's about, in your moment right now, accept yourself for who you are, accept yourself for who you're not. Literally accept yourself in the most purest of forms that you can. So you can get 2 more cards over here. Right, accept yourself for who you are. There you go. I did say these 3 cups here are replacing the 3 that are spilt. Literally, the energy is confirming that. The energy is feeling so solid with that, and this is where the split again. I just feel like it wants to move off. Let those three, they've spilt, they've gone, they're done. Don't harp on about it. Don't get stuck in it. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it stop you from having more of your higher potential. 3 cups there. There you go. So you've got over here, it's 4 of swords. I wanted to go here. Making sure, I said this in a few readings ago, so making sure you're nurturing yourself in an appropriate and proper way, because where you haven't been nurtured, where you haven't been protected, where you haven't been looked after in the past, recognizing that you have the power to give yourself that. So if any of this is around, or the last reading before this one, if any of that is around you feeling sad about not being loved by a certain person, or there's no reciprocated love, or there's no reciprocated pleasantry from someone who you really wanted it from, let it go. Recognise you've got to give it to yourself. You can give it to yourself. Now in that, for those of you who resonates with that, it feels as though when a certain particular kind of acceptance, validation comes from a particular person, you perceive that as of more value than if you validate yourself or if you nurture yourself. It's as though the value of someone else nurturing you is of more value than if you nurture yourself. That has to be let go of. That has to be shifted and changed, because then that means your value of yourself is low. Therefore, increase the value of yourself, so that when you are nurturing yourself, you are caring for yourself, you are protecting for yourself, you accept and appreciate the value, adapting to the value that you can provide yourself, and being in awareness of that is going to allow this process to happen easier. Don't hold on to those 3 cups. Let them go. Let 3 new cups come in. Not only will you have a different perspective of what was, you'll have more happier memories, happier things, and greater things to be able to build. So it's kind of like you're looking forward to building a new past, if that makes sense. So in 10 years' time, when you look back, what kind of past do you want to see? Loving this. A bit more hopeful than the reading before this one. That was just weird. It was a lot of energy going in so many different directions. It literally felt like there's untangling happening. So this feels like there's a bit more calm after some things have disentangled, after some things have been let go of. Now it's really understanding that process of letting go even faster, because things are going to be speeding up even more so than they are now. So we're going to get one more. I know I said 2, but I'm going to get another one. Why not? There we go. Being decisive. We have options, we have choices. Like I said, this feels like it's around the energy of where, if you were to look back in a year to now, or 5 years to now, or 10 years to now, what do you envision as a shift and change that you really thank yourself for? I thank myself, gratitude for putting myself in a position where I could value myself, that I understand the value of my own self-nurturing, my own self-care, my own self-preservation, my own self-protection. How much more strength comes in from that, rather than waiting for it to come from somewhere it's not going to possibly come from. So, if you haven't already, please do subscribe, hit that bell so you get notification of subsequent videos. Sorry, my throat's really getting tickly. And there is a tuning fork playlist in the box below. Sometimes when we get energy stuck in particular places, it is very rustic, it is very raw. It's 1 minute and 2 minutes. You can also play all, so it goes down the whole of the chakra sequence. There will be more things coming in for that. And so for now, until later, peace and love.